everyone. Welcome to the Hangout with Abby Kimani, and it's Motivation Monday. You already know if you're a returning subscriber. If you are new here, then go ahead and subscribe. We have fun here. I come and I talk to you guys, and I have a bunch of other interesting segments that you might want to check out. So, what am I talking about today? I'm going to be talking about Kcpe Results and basically how to go around it. Okay, so it was on a Monday. The results came on Monday, and the Sunday before, my parents weren't around, so my brothers and I had watched 2 movies instead of one. I'm exposing them, yes. And so basically I went to sleep late, and when I woke up at 10:54. I remember I woke up at 10:54, and the first thing I see on WhatsApp is results are coming at 11, and it's 10:54, as in results are coming in 6 minutes. When I tell you I've never woken up so fast, I was like, what? Okay, so at 11, trying to talk. I'm talking to my friends, mesikia results inakuja 11. They're like, nikubaya, this or that. Then I go downstairs to turn on the TV, and I forget how the TV works because I've not watched it since last year. This is how my life is. Imagine forgetting how a TV works. So eventually I got it to work, but there was no signal, and I was stuck because I wanted to see the top 10. So I'm like, hey mom, can you send me bundles? They were the anniversary was on that this is Saturday, so they had gone for a little trip. So I'm like, hey mom, can you send me data to live stream? She sends. 11 passes, Magoha hasn't talked. 12 passes, Magoha is taking his time. Now 1 reaches, bado Magoha, where? He started talking at 12:50, and the results are supposed to come out at 11. No, he started talking at 1, and results are supposed to come at 11. So this guy wasted my time, wasted my bundles, but I watched the live stream. He's like, the candidates have done this, that. We'd like to thank my fellow whatevers. He talks a lot. Then he starts saying the first candidate had 428. I'm like, Kisha. All my hopes were gone the moment he said 428. You know why? Because I was aiming for something not far from 428. So if the first student in the whole country has 428, then what do I have? Then we're just there, with my friends, we're like, 428, ati nini, tumekwisha, hopes imendo hivo. We're just nods. Then he starts reading the top 10 and stuff. Then he says the results have come. Then I remember I was just chilling on my phone. Then I just see the first person send their marks, and it's a classmate of mine, and he asked for 3, and you are like, wow, people, he has passed. Then the next one asked for 12. I'm like, okay. Me and my parents had agreed that we won't check until they come on Tuesday. But this now curiosity is eating me because I can't wait until tomorrow. And I'm seeing people have 400s. The next one for 4. The next one for 12, I think. No, it was 4. They were sending for someone else for 13. Now we are checking for other people. The top 6, top 10, these trophies. Although I'm part of top 10, not to brag. Then you're just seeing for the highest had 421 in our school. Actually, our school performed very well because out of 32, 12 of us got 400, and 17 got 390 and above, which is half of the class. Actually, MTV came to our school, and we were number 10 in Nairobi. Not to brag. Anyways, we performed well. So you're just seeing people's marks, and keep in mind, I can't check mine because I agreed with my parents. I'm like, what if I fail? And people are, I'm just seeing 400, 414, I'm like, wow, okay. I'm like, mom, I'm calling her. I'm like, people are going to school. I'm like, do you mind if I go to school? She's like, no, you can go to school. And she's like, do you want to know what you have? I'm like, yeah, like I know you agreed, but like, can you just tell me? And she tells me my marks. I'm like, oh, kumbe I've not failed. Like, oh, okay. I thought, when I had 428, I'm not joking. My hopes are like. So I'm happy that I passed. I won't say my marks though. That's for me. But if you know me in person, you can ask, I guess. No, which cut that part out. Okay. From the part I said, I'm not saying my marks, just cut it out. Okay. So I was actually surprised that I had passed, but I've not passed per se. I've just gotten like normal marks. Yeah, I feel. I was aiming, like, and here's where the whole point of the video starts. I was expecting to get higher marks, but I got lower marks than I was expecting. So that's really disappointing, especially because my friends from camp, I'm just hearing so and so as for 18, for 18, for 18, for 12, for 11, for 15, for 14. I'm just there, I'm like, what? Okay, like I have above 400, but like, what? Okay, people have passed. So you feel bad. And here's what I'm telling you as a candidate. No matter what marks you have gotten, do not stress about it. Do not worry about it. If you feel like you have failed, and even if you feel like you have passed, or if you have passed, do not dwell on your marks, especially if you feel like you have failed. You know why? Because number one, you can't repeat. Students aren't allowed to repeat. Number two, what I've been told from the students who right now during Kcpe, let's say they have been beaten, then in KCSE, they're the ones who usually do excellently. And that is a fact. And let me tell you, Kcpe doesn't matter. In about, when you finish the first term of Form 4, the first term of Form 1, Kcpe won't matter. It won't, you know why? Because you finished primary school, that was kitambo. If you're still talking about Kcpe in Form 1, then you are a baby. Go back to primary school. I'm not saying you're a baby, I'm saying that's what they'll tell you. That's what people will tell you. Because it won't matter once you reach that stage. So do not dwell on your marks. They are nothing but marks, and those marks don't define you. No matter what marks you got, if you got high marks, usijione like now I'm the president, no. And if you got low marks, don't feel down, because those marks don't define who you are. And the reason why I decided to make this video is because I saw that post of, Reverend Victor, the one who supposedly got 227 in Kcpe, and he had 96 in CRE, and he's like, glory to God. And I'm like, I'm hoping to go to Alliance, but that's a lie, because he's in class 6 and he's doing Kcpe, I think, next year. So I don't know who spread that rumor, but when I saw that post, it just really it gave me hope, because no matter what marks you get, those marks do not define you. You are not your marks. And even if people have been putting pressure, whether it's your parents, whether it's your teachers, they're like, we know you're going to Kenya High, we know you're going to Mangu, we know you're going to Alliance, we know you're going to pass, and you feel that pressure and you haven't performed to the expectations, then don't worry. Let me tell you, Kcpe is not as important in any aspect as KCSE. You won't go for a university, then they ask you what you got in Kcpe. It will never happen. And that's just what I can tell you right now. Those marks aren't everything. They aren't life or death. So, yeah, don't feel discouraged. Now, I will see you guys on the next video. If this video helped you, then kindly hit the like button and feel free to subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!